evening, viewers. You're watching the latest edition of 6 Stories at 6, and I am Rakshita Mishra with you. The top story today is how the Deputy Chief of Army Staff has detailed Operation Sindoor, reminding Pakistan how it was hammered and decimated. Viewers, also on the show, BJP gets a Yuva boost, a star power for the BJP ahead of elections as Maithili Thakur joins the BJP, and she spoke exclusively, first interview after joining the party. Story number 3 is the second suicide case of a cop in Haryana. Viewers, we'll tell you all the angles that are emerging in this big story. Also, the Durapur rape horror case, viewers, the cops recreated the crime scene, gory details coming out on that story we're tracking from the east. Also, story number 5 will be the RSS ban row. It's BJP versus Congress in Karnataka. Also, viewers, finally we'll show you the latest in the case of the Kerala techie suicide. All right, viewers, we start with the big story right now without wasting any time. The Deputy Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Rajiv Ghai, today, he held a briefing on Operation Sindoor and detailed how Pakistan's air bases and the terror hubs were decimated, how India, for the first time, conducted strikes ahead of the POK, and how India checkmated Pakistan, how it was far, far ahead of Pakistan. Listen in to General Rajiv Ghai.
Precision strikes that they carried out on the night of the 9th and 10th of May. Now, we hit 11 of their air bases, and of late, I think the air chief has spoken about that. If you see, 8 air bases, 3 hangars and 4 radars were damaged. Pakistani air assets were destroyed on the ground. So we know for sure that one C-130 class of aircraft and one AEW, 4 to 5 fighter jets, and of course there were assets that were also destroyed in air. If I was to just encapsulate this whole operation, 88 hours is what it took for the enemy to come and ask for a cessation of hostilities. You're well aware of that. For that call to be made by my counterpart then. We achieved our politico-military aims. We hit 9 targets across the breadth of Pakistan. This is, of course, a maturing of India's doctrine beyond the binaries of peace and war. The drones came, and that was especially large numbers even after the 2 DGMOs had spoken. And I think it's only congenital and in the vein of the enemy that we have to go back on their word. And the drones came after the 2 DGMOs had spoken, and there was some kind of an understanding to cease hostilities. You saw some of those engagements. And you can see that, retaliation, rockets, drones, I think everything was a dismal failure.
And this was preceded by a sharp warning to Pakistan. Viewers, Lieutenant General Manoj Kumar Katiyar, the General Officer Commanding in Chief of the Western Command, has cautioned that Pakistan may attempt another Pahalgam-like terror strike and that the Indian armed forces are fully ready.
Lieutenant General Manoj Kumar Katiyar, the General Officer Commanding in Chief of the Western Command, has sounded an alert, warning that Pakistan could be planning another terror strike. Similar to the Pahalgam attack that took place on April 22, which left 26 civilians dead. Lieutenant General Katiyar said that despite being given a befitting reply under Operation Sindoor, Pakistan continues to indulge in cross-border mischief.
पाकिस्तान ने फिर एक नापाक कोशिश की पहलगाम में एक आतंकी हमला करके, पर भारतीय सेना ने फिर उसका बहुत कड़ा जवाब दिया और उसको एक बार फिर मुंह की खानी पड़ी। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में हमें जहां भी जम्मू और कश्मीर में और हर जगह जो हमारा आवाम है, जो हमारे वेटरन्स हैं और जो हमारा सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, इसका हमें पूरा सहयोग मिला और ये सहयोग ही था जिसके कारण हम ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में इतनी जबरदस्त विजय हासिल कर पाए।
The Indian Army's top general of the Western Command reaffirmed India's readiness along the western border. He asserted that the forces remain vigilant and fully prepared to counter any provocation from across the line of control. As tensions remain high along the border, the Indian Army has reiterated its zero-tolerance policy towards terrorism, making it clear that any attempt to disrupt peace will be met with decisive action.
Now, Bihar is gearing up for a high-voltage election as the BJP has fired the opening salvo, releasing its first list of 71 candidates for the assembly polls. The party has taken a strategic approach, denying tickets to several prominent figures, including former Agriculture Minister Amarendra Pratap Singh. Meanwhile, viewers' tensions are simmering within the NDA alliance, as well as Nitish Kumar reportedly upset over the seat-sharing decision. Meanwhile, viewers, Republic TV has got the first interview of singer Maithili Thakur, 25-year-old who has just few moments back joined the BJP. So it's a star power boost for the BJP. Listen in to what she said.
मैथिली आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सदस्य बनी हैं। क्या सोचकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी आपने ज्वाइन किया?
मेरे लिए आज बहुत बड़ा दिन है। मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी से बहुत प्रभावित होकर के, मैं बिहार की हूँ, हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी से भी काफ़ी प्रभावित होकर के, उन दोनों के सहयोग के लिए मैं आज यहाँ पर खड़ी हूँ।
मुझे याद है कि आपने सेल्फी लिया था प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ किसी फंक्शन में और परमिशन लिया था।
हाँ, क्रिएटर्स डे अवार्ड। हाँ,
क्यों प्रभावित रहती हैं प्रधानमंत्री?
बहुत सारी बातें हैं। मैं बहुत सारे और पॉलिटिशियंस को सुनते आती हूँ, लेकिन जब टीवी में उनकी आवाज़ बज रही होती है तो ऐसा लगता है कि ये सुनना है और अच्छे से सुन पाती हूँ। तो काफ़ी जोड़ते हैं वो हम सबको। ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ एक एज ग्रुप के लोगों को कनेक्शन महसूस होता है। हर एक बच्चे से लेकर के बुजुर्ग उनको ध्यान से सुनते हैं, महिलाएं सुनती हैं। तो कहीं कुछ तो ऐसी बात है प्रधानमंत्री जी में।
तो ये आपकी एक तस्वीर हमने देखा पिछले हफ्ते नित्यानंद राय जी और विनोद तावड़े जी के साथ, और उसमें विनोद तावड़े जी ने पोस्ट लिखा था कि बिहार से जो लोग वापस चले गए थे 90 के दशक में वो फिर से आना चाहते हैं, और आपके बारे में कहा कि बिहार के लिए सेवा करना चाहती हैं। तो उसका तात्पर्य क्या था?
तात्पर्य वो जो उन्होंने लिखा होगा तो कुछ सोच के लिखा होगा। मैं तो यही जानती हूँ कि मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंस्पायर्ड हूँ और मैं उनके सहयोग के लिए बिहार आई हूँ, और मुझे जो भी पार्टी आदेश देगी मैं वो करूँगी।
कितने उम्र की थी आप जब आपके पिताजी बिहार छोड़ के चले गए?
मुझे लगता है रिपब्लिक के साथ मैंने अपना पूरा लाइफ इंटरव्यू दिया है। मैं 7-8 साल की थी तब मैं दादा दादी के पास से म्यूज़िक सीखने पापा के पास चली
गई। और वापस क्यों आना चाहती हैं?
क्वेश्चन कम 3-4 क्वेश्चन।
वापस क्यों आना चाहती हैं?
वापस मैं आती रहती हूँ, घर है, आती रहती हूँ और अच्छा लगता है जी।
और ये बताइए, आप कंटेस्ट जा रही हैं चुनाव, क्योंकि आपने इच्छा जाहिर किया था कि आपका जहाँ गांव पड़ता है बेनीपट्टी में, वहाँ से चुनाव लड़ना चाहती हैं।
मेरा उद्देश्य सिर्फ चुनाव लड़ना नहीं है। मेरा उद्देश्य है कि मैं जन सेवा कर सकूं, अपनी आवाज़ के माध्यम से मैं जन जन तक जो पार्टी की विचारधारा है वो पहुंचा सकूं।
आवाज़ के माध्यम से
जी,
जन जन तक बात पहुंचाएंगे। क्या क्या पहुंचाएंगे?
जन जन तक पार्टी की विचारधारा पहुंचा सकूं।
क्या काम करना चाहती हैं बिहार के लिए?
मैं खुद से नहीं सोचूंगी, जब मुझे पार्टी आदेश देगी मैं वो काम करूंगी।
तो चुनाव लड़ने की इच्छा है आपकी?
जब पार्टी आदेश देगी तो ज़रूर।
सुना गया है कि अलीनगर से आपको फील्ड किया जा रहा है, जो कि एक मुस्लिम डोमिनेटेड एरिया है।
मुझे इसके बारे में अभी पूरी पक्की खबर नहीं पता। मैं आप लोगों के माध्यम से ही सुन रही हूँ। जब पार्टी मुझे कुछ आदेश देगी तो मैं ज़रूर मानूंगी।
और नीतीश कुमार से किस रूप में प्रभावित रहती हैं? आपने कई बार हमने देखा है आपका इंटरव्यू कि बिहार मतलब नीतीश कुमार।
नीतीश कुमार जी से सब प्रभावित है, बच्चा प्रभावित है।
दल में शामिल हुई हैं।
और छठ भी आ रहा है, अभी सब लोग देख रहे थे कि आपसे पूछ रहे थे गाना गाने के लिए। आपके संगीत से मैं भी प्रभावित रहता हूँ। काफ़ी कम उम्र में आपने बिहार का नाम किया है, तो आप मेरे दर्शकों के लिए भी सुना दीजिए।
बाजना बाजे शहनैया, छठी मैया थी न आई, छठी मैया थी न।
थैंक यू मैथिली।
We were shifting focus now. 2 suicides, one after another, and a storm that's ripped open the ranks of Haryana police. An IPS officer's death note, that's explosive death note, alleging caste bias and conspiracy, and now another cop ending his life, accusing that very officer of corruption. It's a chilling tale of unprecedented controversy, twists and turns, and an indication of a system collapsing from within. The big questions, of course, are who is telling the truth in this matter? Who is hiding behind the uniform? Here's a report.
2 police officers, 2 suicides, and 1 sensational twist shaking Haryana police to its core. Days after IPS officer Y. Puran Kumar's shocking suicide, citing caste bias and humiliation, another police officer in Haryana has taken the extreme step, this time accusing Puran Kumar himself of corruption. In his death note, IPS Y. Puran Kumar detailed a chilling account of systemic caste bias, harassment, and institutional betrayal. He named top IPS and IAS officers, alleging a coordinated witch hunt against him. The family has refused the autopsy, demanding arrest of all named officer before any post-mortem.
हमारे बिना पूछे इन्होंने बॉडी शिफ्ट की है, ठीक है। हमारे साथ धक्का हो रहा है, एक डीजीपी लेवल का बंदा मर गया, ठीक है। 5 दिन हो गए हमें इंसाफ नहीं मिला, आप लोग हमारे साथ रहना।
Under fire, the Haryana government sent DGP Shatrujit Kapoor on leave, with IPS Om Prakash Singh now holding an additional charge. But before the dust could settle, another police officer's suicide whipped up a storm. An ASI in the cyber cell, ASI Sandeep Kumar, allegedly shot himself, leaving behind a 3-page suicide note and a 6-minute video confession. In it, he accused the late IPS officer Puran Kumar of corruption, claiming he had ample evidence against him. ASI Sandeep Kumar alleged that Puran Kumar took his own life out of fear of arrest, and that the officer hijacked the system by exploiting casteism.
ये राज्य नहीं है भाई, जनता राजा होती है, न्याय जनता करती है हमेशा। और आज मैं आपको सच्चाई बता रहा हूँ, आपको सच्चाई से रूबरू करवा रहा हूँ। इनकी भ्रष्टाचार की जड़ें बहुत गहरी हैं। जो दरखास्त इनके खिलाफ कंप्लेंट हुई थी, उसी भ्रष्टाचार से डर के इसने सुसाइड कराया है। एक चीज़ और मैं बता देता हूँ, जब हमने सुशील को पकड़ा था वहाँ पे गनमैन को, तो इसने रास्ता मृत्यु बताई। बोले एक चीज़ तो और रहेगी, माँ के रहेगी भाई। बोले मैं ना एक जगह तो और मंथली कलेक्शन करके लेके आया था, और वो पीछे डैशबोर्ड में रह गए। धर्मेंद्र ड्राइवर उस गाड़ी ने लेकर उड़ गया है। धर्मेंद्र और सुशील कुमार उस गाड़ी में 2 आदमी थे। जब इसको पकड़ा गया, इसको शामिल जांच होने के लिए नोटिस दिया था।
2 suicides, 2 death notes, 1 police force under unprecedented scrutiny. As Haryana police battles a storm of caste bias, corruption and conspiracy, the question grows louder. Who will clean up the system? And more crucially, how many more lives will it take?
And a major development in the Durapur rape case. Police today took all the 5 accused to the crime spot as part of the investigation. And during this investigation, heavy security was deployed on ground overseeing the probe. This horrific incident in West Bengal has sparked massive outrage, and demands for justice only grows. Here are the details.
In a major development in Durapur rape case, police took all 5 accused to the crime spot in Durapur for scene reconstruction as the part of ongoing investigation.
तो दुर्गापुर में जो गैंग रेप का हादसा हुआ है, उस मामले में उसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है और रिक्रिएशन और रिकंस्ट्रक्शन का काम, इन्वेस्टिगेशन का जो प्रोसेस वो भी चल रहा है। कुछ देर पहले ही एक लाल वैन में, पुलिस के लाल वैन में, और एक जो दोस्त और जो उनके साथ वो विक्टिम और पीड़ित लड़की के साथ, पीड़ित स्टूडेंट के साथ जो पढ़ रहे थे, जो उस दिन हादसे के दिन घटना स्थल में भी थे, उस दोस्त को भी यहाँ पर लाया हुआ है। कुछ चीजें जो कुछ मिसिंग लिंक्स है उनको भी एक ही जगह में इकट्ठे करके इन्वेस्टिगेशन चलाना चाहता है पुलिस। ठीक एग्जैक्टली कहां पर ये घटना घटी थी, कहां पर उस लड़की को कहां से उन लड़की को जंगल में खींच के लेके गया था, ये जो 5 लोग थे कहां पर ठहरे हुए थे, फोन किसने ली, ये सब इन्वेस्टिगेशन में और भी डिटेलिंग यहां से मालूम पड़ेगा।
During the investigation, heavy security was deployed around the area with senior police officials to examine the sequence of events leading up to the crime. The horrific incident took place on Friday night when a 23-year-old second-year MBBS student from Odisha was allegedly gang raped while returning from an outing with a friend. She was reportedly forced into a secluded area by the accused and assaulted. The incident has once again reignited questions over women's safety in West Bengal and drawn severe criticism towards Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's government. Meanwhile, the victim's family continues to demand swift justice as public anger and political pressure mount over state's law and order situation.
The politics is heating up after Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge sparked a controversy by demanding a ban on the RSS, the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. And it was Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, the BJP, firing back, calling it a publicity stunt. In fact, he also went on to warn Kharge that Indira Gandhi too tried the same thing, attempting to ban the RSS, but she lost her power thereafter. Here's a report.
The political conflict has escalated between Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis and Karnataka Congress leaders and Minister Priyank Kharge. Priyank Kharge, in a shocking statement, proposed ban on the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Kharge has made the demand in a letter written to Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah last week. Kharge alleged that RSS, a nationalist organization, has been conducting its shakhas in government and government-aided schools as well as on public grounds. He stated that negative ideas are instilled in the minds of children and youth from the shakhas.
To restrict these activities to private places. Let them do it in their houses, let them do it in their private farmlands, let them do it in their, let them hire a hotel and do whatever they want. But this public display of sowing communal seeds and threatening people is not good. I mean, what gives, are they special citizens? Are the RSS cadres special citizens of India? How is it that they can walk around doing march pasts in areas, in localities with sticks?
Kharge further added that public display of sowing communal seeds and threatening people is not good.
Honorable CM has instructed the Chief Secretary to have a look into this. So we'll see how it goes. But either ways, I don't think this kind of arrangement of RSS should be allowed in public places.
Direct response on this came from Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis, who himself has been a Swayam Sevak and hails from Nagpur, city where RSS was born and is headquartered. Challenging the move, Maharashtra CM slammed Kharge for suggesting a ban on RSS. Taking a jibe directly at Congress, Fadnavis stated that Indira tried the same but had to lose power. A warning that Indira Gandhi's attempt to ban the RSS during the emergency ultimately costed her power. Fadnavis dismissed the RSS ban demand as a publicity stunt by Kharge, whom he claimed depends on his father.
को केवल प्रसिद्धि चाहिए, पब्लिसिटी के लिए सब करते हैं, उनको कौन पूछता है? अरे इंदिरा जी ने प्रयास कर लिया, इंदिरा जी को सत्ता से हटना पड़ा, या ऐसे लोगों को हम जवाब भी नहीं देते, इनको कोई पूछता भी नहीं.
Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister's office directed officials to review the request and take necessary action. The demand to ban the RSS may not gain traction, but it has certainly sparked a war of words in the country.
Now, after the suicide of a Kerala IT professional who alleged continuous physical and sexual abuse from RSS, now their Sangh has called for a thorough investigation. In fact, the organization has also described some of the allegations in his alleged suicide note circulated on social media as dubious and baseless. Here's more.
The suicide of an IT professional from Kerala's Kottayam district has sparked a huge row. This after the Kerala techie left a note on Instagram alleging that he was sexually abused at an RSS Shakha. Soon after the developments and the claims made in the suicide note, the RSS came out and dismissed the allegations of abuse. In its statement, the RSS Kottayam unit called the allegations in the suicide note dubious and baseless. The organization also described his death as unnatural and questioned the authenticity of the suicide note. RSS also called for a thorough and impartial inquiry into the matter, saying that the probe will bring out the real cause and ensure the innocence of the Sangh. The 26-year-old techie alleged that he was suffering from anxiety and depressive episodes following sexual abuse by members of the RSS. The body of Anantu Aji was found hanging inside a room of a tourist home in Thiruvananthapuram on October 9, leaving his family in deep shock. The controversy prompted Congress leaders to demand a complete and a thorough investigation into the shocking claims. The Congress demanded that RSS be named in the FIR and a fair, impartial and time-bound investigation be launched into the death. On the other hand, the BJP accused the Congress of creating a fake narrative and giving a political color to the alleged suicide by the IT professional.
The unfortunate death in conspicuous circumstances of Sri Anandu Aji in Kottayam district of Kerala is very unfortunate and painful. At this point, Bharatiya Janata Party expresses its concern and sympathy towards the kids and kins of the bereaved. This incident is very unfortunate and painful, but more painful is the dastardly politics which Congress party is trying to do to malign the image of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Congress is doing because of their habit and their perpetual thought process against the RSS ideology of Hindutva.
And coming up this week on Republic Media Network is one of India's biggest thought leadership conclave, the R Bharat Rashtra Sarvopari Sammelan. And our theme this year is Atmanirbhar Shaktishali Bharat. Join us as we bring together voices from politics, culture, defense, spirituality and enterprise, all united by one vision. On the 15th of October at the Republic headquarters from 9:30 a.m. Be there.
In the India Today Best Universities